Something has fundamentally shifted. You may not have noticed the exact moment. Most people don't. It didn't happen with an announcement. There was no press release, no public vote, no warning label. It just happened. Quietly, incrementally. The way erosion happens. The way a river changes course. Not all at once, but grain by grain, until one day you look up and the water is somewhere completely different than it used to be. The people who used to make decisions about your life, your account, your application, your livelihood, they're still there, sitting at desks, drawing salaries. But they are no longer making the decisions. Something else is. Call it an algorithm, call it a system, call it AI, whatever. The name doesn't matter as much as what it does, and more importantly, what it does not do. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't have a supervisor. It doesn't have a bad day that you can appeal to on a good one. It simply decides, and the decision is final. And the decision is delivered in the language of policy, clean, institutional, blameless, as if fairness were built into the architecture itself. Think about the last time a platform told you no. A bank, a marketplace, a content system, a verification process. Think about the email you received, the one that cited community guidelines or terms of service or our review process has determined, and then offered you nothing. No name, no number, no department, just a ticket number and a void. You pushed back. Of course you did. You submitted documentation. You filed appeals. You wrote carefully worded responses explaining in patient detail that a mistake had been made. And the response came back the same. Because it was the same. Literally, the same system, the same logic, the same output, running the same query on the same inputs and arriving at the same verdict. Because that's what systems do. They are consistent in ways that humans never were. And we used to think that was a feature. But here's what nobody put on the brochure. Consistency without conscience isn't justice. It's just repetition with better branding. When a human being made a bad call, wrongly suspended your account, incorrectly flagged your content, denied a legitimate claim, they could be questioned, confronted, escalated past. There was always, somewhere in the chain, another human being, fallible, reachable, capable of being looked in the eye. That chain has been cut, and in its place is something that cannot be shamed, cannot be moved, cannot be held. Something that processes your situation not as a situation, but as a pattern match. You are not a person to it. You are a set of variables. And if your variables resemble the variables of someone who did something wrong, even superficially, even incorrectly, the answer is no. And the answer will always be no, until it isn't. And nobody can tell you why it changed. This is the part that should keep you up at night. Not that AI makes mistakes. Humans make mistakes. Not that systems fail. Systems have always failed. What's new, what is genuinely, historically new, is that there is now a mechanism for large institutions to cause harm with zero accountability. Because accountability requires an actor. Accountability requires someone who chose. And when the choice is automated, the choice belongs to no one. The company didn't decide. The algorithm did. The platform didn't reject you. The system flagged you. Nobody wronged you. The process simply ran. Do you hear what that means? It means wrongdoing has been laundered, passed through a machine and come out the other side as policy, clean, documented, defensible in court, invisible to conscience. And the people running these systems, the actual human beings who built them, deployed them, profit from them. They get to stand behind the output and say with a straight face, "We are also just following the process." This is not a technology problem. This is an accountability problem. And it has been dressed up in technology because technology is the most effective disguise power has ever found.
So, the question, the only question worth asking, is this.
When no one is responsible, who answers? Who? Because right now, nobody does. And the sooner we stop pretending that efficiency is the same thing as ethics, the sooner we stop allowing the system decided to be the end of any conversation, the sooner we might actually build something worth trusting. Wake up to what's been handed over and start asking who handed it.